Hello, all, and welcome to Module 1 of Suicide and Crisis Intervention Models. Today, I'll introduce the foundational concepts of crisis intervention, a crucial area in social work that addresses individual and systemic crises. First, let's define what we mean by a crisis. At an individual level, a crisis is an intolerable difficulty that overwhelms a person's coping mechanisms. This crisis might or might not escalate to a behavioral emergency in which immediate danger is present. We also need to consider parasuicide, a situation where a person's actions put them at risk of death. An example of this might be a person running into traffic on a busy road or holding a weapon in public to provoke a suicide by cop response. On a broader scale, systemic crises impact entire communities or systems. An example of a metastasizing crisis might be when a low wage worker's car is towed. This leads to missed work and loss of the vehicle if they can't afford to retrieve the car from the impound. This in turn may lead to loss of income, loss of the job, relational stressors, and eventual eviction and homelessness. You see that a single triggering event can quickly lead to a crisis, especially for people without a financial cushion or a robust social support network. A crisis inherently involves both danger and opportunity. The danger lies in the potential for harmful behavior, while the opportunity exists for growth and positive change. Often, individuals will seek help when they recognize that they can't control the problem alone. However, there aren't any quick fixes. Failed attempts at quick solutions can lead to further and more significant crises. Basic crisis theory draws from psychoanalytic approaches, viewing crises as temporary states that can be alleviated with short term interventions. Common grief behaviors like preoccupation with loss, feelings of guilt, and disruptions of daily routines are considered normal. This theory emphasizes restoring equilibrium through brief therapy or grief work instead of the ongoing remediation of traditional psychotherapy. This is the difference between crisis intervention and psychotherapy. Expanded crisis theory delves into the social, environmental, and situation factors of a crisis. This theory is influenced by various approaches. Psychoanalytic theory, which highlights how early experiences shape responses to traumatic events. General systems theory, which explores the interdependence between individuals and events. And ecosystems theory, which extends systems theory to include environmental contexts. Applied crisis theory categorizes crises into four different domains. These include normal developmental crises, which stem from interpersonal and other conflicts. They're typically a part of normal development. Situational crises, which are uncommon stress inducing events, such as an eviction or a serious illness. Existential crises result from internal conflicts or intrapsychic conflicts, or moments of profoundly questioning one's purpose and the meaning of life. You might run into this when a person asks, "What's the point of my existence?" Finally, ecosystemic crises include large-scale disasters like hurricanes, fires, or terrorist attacks. Integrated crisis theory merges concepts from many other approaches, recognizing that while every crisis and individual is unique, there are commonalities across different crises. This theory helps us appreciate the universal elements that can guide our interventions. The dialectic of integrated crisis theory is that we hold two opposing realities at the same time, that all people and circumstances are both unique and similar. Finally, let's look at the characteristics of effective crisis workers. Effective crisis intervention blends both science and art. Crisis workers need a combination of technical skills, theoretical knowledge, and personal attributes. The essential qualities of good crisis workers are listed on your screen. They include diverse life experiences, poise under pressure, creativity, flexibility, energy, emotional resilience, quick thinking, assertiveness, and tenacity. These traits enable crisis workers to respond effectively and adapt to the unique demands of each crisis situation. So, understanding these theories and the others that are identified in your reading and the characteristics of effective crisis workers equip us to better manage and intervene in crisis situations. Our goal is to provide support that leverages both the danger and the opportunity inherent in crises. That will enable us to guide individuals and communities toward recovery and growth. This very brief lecture provides an overview of the module content. Please complete your reading and the other module content to prepare for our first live session this week.